When you explore caves in the ocean, you can find secret ecosystems full of creatures that are adapted to life in the darkness. If, of course, you're brave enough to enter.
This is a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie.
Some caves are tiny, but harbour creatures with deadly venom.
Oh, look what I've just spotted.
Whilst others are so large, you can surface inside them. But most are like cave number 1, the perfect hiding spots for apex ocean predators.
Let's have a look under this big table acropora. Oh, yes. That is a huge white-tip reef shark. Look at the size of it.
Now, many large sharks would suffocate if they stayed motionless inside caves, but some species, like this white-tip, have a special adaptation.
These white-tip reef sharks are able to sit on the ocean floor like this and still push fresh water over their gills.
They do this by contracting their cheek and jaw muscles, a mechanism known as buccal pumping. And it turns out they're not the only sharks on these biodiverse reefs with this specialist skill.
Look at that thing! How did I miss that? I just hope she doesn't come charging out at me, because there's only one exit, I think.
Like in many parts of the world, the shark populations on this reef are in steady decline, creating an opportunity for creatures on the next rung of the food chain to dominate. And these opportunists love to hunt from caves.
And there's some pretty good caves just down here over this lip, so let's go check them out. Just chilling down at 40 metres, guys. I'll tell you what, it's a bit chilly down here though. Oh, I can see a big eel. Look at this guy just sticking his noggin up out the reef.
This is an enormous spotted moray eel, but despite being around 1.5 metres long and as thick as your thigh, believe it or not, these morays are dwarfed by their larger cousins, like the one hiding in Cave 11.
Oh, look at this big dark overhang here. Let's get the torch in there. Lots of very familiar looking species in this cave, although we've got some massive soft corals. Oh, look at the size of this eel. Oh my word, that thing is enormous. That is a beast of a giant moray. It's got to be over 2 metres long. Oh, look at the size of the back of him. Where is he going? Oh, he's very shy. He swam off into the deeper part of the cave. Let me see if I can see him. Oh, there he is, look.
Interestingly, on reefs in the heart of the Coral Triangle, these giant morays are surprisingly common. Many smaller species are much more elusive though, hiding inside the deepest caves during the day. Some are so difficult to spot that after spending thousands of hours diving these reefs, even I've never seen one. Until now.
Oh, I have never seen that before.
But more on that later, after we've explored the next few caves that are big enough to swim inside and surrounded by some of the largest creatures in the ocean, like cave number 29, that undercuts a boulder larger than a bus.
Whoa, look at the size of this boulder. That is enormous. Got some lovely dark crevices underneath this absolutely enormous boulder. Let's have a look in there. Okay guys, we're going in. Oh, it's really dark down here now. I need some light. Hang on. There we go, that's better. What have we got? Some soldier fishes, some goat fishes. Anything else of interest? Little black-tailed snapper under there. I'll tell you what, you would not want to get stuck under here. That is a tight squeeze I will not be trying. That's for sure.
But as ever, my curiosity got the better of me.
Oh, go on, I've got to give it a go, haven't I? This is a tight squeeze. I wonder if I can squeeze out of this hole. Possibly. It's a bit surgy, I'm getting tossed around. Tossed around like a salad. We're nearly out, guys. We're nearly out, all the way through. Oh, we made it. We made it. Right through the swim through. Now that was a proper cave. Nothing too crazy in there though, so let's go and find another one. So whilst I'm looking for caves, there's something very special that lives around here on these reefs that I'm hoping we might bump into. We've got some good visibility today. The conditions look good for it, so fingers crossed. Just gotta keep set. Oh. No, false alarm. Oh! Oh my word! Oh, we found one. This is the creature I was hoping we were going to see. This is Mobula alfredi, the reef manta. And they come to these reefs every day to be cleaned by small cleaner fish. Whoa, look at him go over my bubbles.
But whilst the mantas are great, I've got something even more exciting for you. Because
I'm pleased to announce the channel has its first sponsor.
the company behind the fantastic X5 camera I'm using to film these mantas, Insta360. Now, I'm not going to bore you with complex lingo. Yes, this camera has a 1/1.28 inch sensor, a triple AI chip, can shoot up to 8K and 5.7K 60fps full HDR, but what does that actually mean if you're not a camera nerd? Well, the large sensor and new AI chips means the Insta360 X5 shoots world-class video that restores the natural colour of the reef and its inhabitants, even in dark underwater environments and when filming creatures bigger than a car.
This is a big one. It's probably 3, nearly 4 meters across. And you can see the small cleaner wrasses and Jenkins wrasses picking off parasites and dead bits of skin off its body.
Trust me, even if you're rubbish with technology, you literally can't mess this up. Talking of messing things up, ever got back from a trip annoyed that you missed a perfect shot, like one of a manta trying to take your head off?
Oh, I'm underneath it. Oh my word.
Well, on the X5, this is literally impossible. You can pan, tilt, zoom out, punch in, do whatever you want in Insta360's free studio app, which is especially important when the wildlife isn't playing ball.
And as I said before, hang on. Sorry, he's in the way now. You can't see me. Hang on. Oh.
Guys, it's really important to me that any products I promote get the Barny seal of approval. If you're in the market for a 360 camera for diving, or, well, anything else, go check out Insta360's X and Ace Pro cameras using the link in the description below. Anyway, caves. Yep, let's get back to it. And the next one we headed for was, well, just a little bit bigger than the ones we'd explored so far.
So we're currently looking for the entrance to a very special cave that I think is down here somewhere. We've got this massive boulder on top of us and a sandy corally bottom. Let's see if we can find it. Whoa, this one is so dark. We're getting pushed around by the surge as well. Hopefully we can get in okay. This cave is massive. Whoa, it's so surgy in here. We've got these very sandy bottoms. Sandy bottom. And not a huge amount on the walls actually, possibly because there's basically zero sunlight in here. What's that up there? Can we get up there? Let's give it a go, shall we? Oh, camera's going first. Well, there's absolutely zero marine life here though, so I'm a bit bored.
Which raises an important point actually. Why are caves often so void of life? Well, sunlight is the core input for most life on Earth. Without it, algae can't photosynthesize, and as such, zooplankton have nothing to feed on. And nor do the creatures that feed on zooplankton, or the creatures that feed on the creatures that feed on zooplankton. Lack of water movement also reduces food availability for invertebrates like fans and sponges that suck organic matter out of the water column, although some still thrive.
Just gonna lie down and check out the roof of the cave. It's quite relaxing actually. We've got all sorts of weird hard corals clinging to the surface that are obviously avoiding the light. Look out these things. And they'll have small little pullets inside them that they'll use for picking off organic matter as it drifts through the water. But they're all retracted now, so perhaps it's not feeding time yet.
But whilst corals and sponges pick a spot for life, for fish, these caves are often just a refuge or daytime hiding spot.
Oh, look at these humpback snappers that are tucked inside this little crevice. I've never seen that before.
I'm not sure being approached by a strange bubble and light-emitting surface creature is as scary as these snappers make it look. And back on the main reef, when exploring Cave 51, things were no different.
Oh, whoa! Oh, yes! Oh, I know that big fish. For those of you that have seen my previous videos, that guy will be familiar. Let's see if we can see him. Oh, I've got no idea where he's gone. That is a big dark hole, and that big old grouper is in there somewhere.
But whilst enormous cave-dwelling brown marbled groupers are not so common, pretty much all of the caves and crevices on these reefs are filled with fish life, especially the vibrant soldier fishes.
So these soldier fishes will sit here during the day, and then as the sun goes down and it gets darker on the reef, they'll come out to feed on all the small fishes and crustaceans that are trying to hide at night.
In nature, you can learn a lot about the behaviours of different animals just by looking at their anatomy. Soldier fishes, for example, have very large eyes, meaning vision is a key sense they rely on for survival. Their mouths are also upturned, which gives a good indication that they feed on prey items swimming above them and don't dig around on the ocean floor. But I know what you're thinking. How does their red coloration help them? Well, red light doesn't penetrate beyond the surface layers, so when not lit up by our bright lights, their red coloration helps them blend in seamlessly with the green and blue hues of the reef. Talking of colours, another related species, the crescent big-eye, has a little trick up its sleeve.
Oh, and this one here looks a very dark red colour. Probably the same species, just a slightly different colour variation. Oh, look, it's just changed to a silver colour. This is another great example of fish changing colours to signal different emotions, or perhaps signal to a mate, or maybe they're trying to hide from me. But unfortunately, they ain't going to succeed because I film everything.
I'm not sure why these big eyes are so bold during the day. Perhaps their extremely large eyes give them confidence that they'll spot any incoming threats well ahead of time. In addition to colour changes, many fish, including the soldier fish, make use of sound.
Oh, you can hear the soldier fishes grunting. That's so funny. They're probably doing this to signal to their schoolmates that there's a threat, i.e. me.
But it's not just the soldier fishes and squirrel fishes that hide inside the interconnected caves and crevices on these reefs. Other fish families like angelfish, damsels, sweepers and bannerfishes use them for cover. So too do the butterfly fish, including the long-nosed butterfly fish. These fish are also armed with some interesting adaptations, the most obvious one being their incredibly long noses that they use to reach food that other species can't. This special feeding adaptation enables them to occupy a niche with little competition. Oh, and they also turn upside down and swim around on the ceilings of these caves. Don't ask me why though, because I've got literally no idea. Long-nosed butterfly fish feed on small worms, inverts and crustaceans. Unfortunately, their large protrusible mouths are a little too small to pick off the crustacean hiding in Cave 59.
Oh, I can see a spiny lobster. Probably a painted spiny lobster, this one. You can tell by the white stripes on his legs and the pink bits on the base of his antennae.
But whilst you might think that caves are good places to hide if you're susceptible to being eaten, on the reef, nowhere is safe. And survival seems pretty much impossible after seeing what we found in Caves 63 and 71.
Oh, look what I've just spotted. Oh, this is a crazy find. Is it what I think? Oh, it is. So guys, under here, if you can see, we have a big old reef stonefish, the deadliest fish in the oceans.
But while stonefish pack the most venom into their spines, they're not the only fish that look like an algae-covered rock and can swallow prey half their body size in a fraction of a second.
So this here is the much less venomous, but definitely not smaller cousin of the stonefish, the tasseled scorpionfish. And this one's just camped out here in this cave. You usually find them out in the open, they're ambush predators, so they sit and wait for something to come swimming over the top of them before they strike. But like the stonefish, this one here is armed with some very venomous dorsal spines. I bet I'll get my hand too close, look. He's flaring up at me. Anyway, on to the next cave. Now, although we're looking for really big caves, interestingly, these massive fields of Acropora are basically just fields of tens of thousands of little caves. And inside these little caves and crevices and networks that work their way through the Acropora hide tons of interesting creatures.
Damsels, surgeonfishes, wrasses, parrotfishes, and even tiny little juvenile yellow boxfish spend huge amounts of time tucked up inside the reef. The coral cavities enable them to feed in peace and also stay away from predators. Although some, like these trumpetfish, have adapted long, slender bodies to squeeze into even the tightest of cavities in search of food. But again, threats come from every direction.
Oh, there's some great caves and crevices inside this massive coral just here. I wonder what's living inside them. Oh, look at this thing. What on earth is that?
I believe this is a species of snake moray. These eels are characterized by their slender, noodle-like bodies and secret lives inside the tightest spaces on the reef. So tight, in fact, that some creatures, like these flat rock crabs, have literally evolved to be, well, flat, in order to move around more easily. But on the topic of weird eels, if you remember, I mentioned finding one I hadn't seen before. Well, that one was hiding inside Cave 80.
Oh, there's something very strange sticking its head out just here. It's just gone back in. What is that? Oh, I have never seen that before.
This is the zebra moray eel. Unlike many other eels, has a large blunt snout designed to crush shells rather than dig around in tight spaces. But despite tracking down some new species and shedding literal light on the secret lives of many creatures that live inside caves, there was one large predator I was desperate to find. As ever, when tracking these creatures down, concentration is key. Can you see it?
Hang on. Reefers tells me there's a shark. What? I missed it. I just looked in this cave. Oh, I'm getting blind, clearly. Reefers is getting all the best angles. I can't even get a look in. Apparently, oh, I can see its tail. Apparently it's in there somewhere, but I guess I'll have to wait my turn. There's lots to look at, mind you, so I'm happy waiting. How did I miss that? He's a big boy. So guys, this is the brown-banded bamboo shark, and this cave is a perfect little daytime hideaway for it. This guy will just be camping out here waiting for the sun to go down, and when it does, he'll be swimming around on the reef looking for crustaceans and small fish to snack on. But let's get the Insta360 X5 into his cave and see what it looks like. It's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze, but we're going in. There he is, look, the brown-banded bamboo shark. He's not got many brown bands on him though, because this one is absolutely enormous. And you can see how this species of shark is able to sit still and ventilate its gills without needing to swim. But that thing there is one of the biggest brown-banded bamboo sharks I've ever seen. Oh, and by the way, you can make this selfie stick invisible just by tilting the camera like this. I just sometimes prefer to angle it like this so that I don't scratch the housing on the sand when I'm sticking it into tight caves and crevices. It also comes with this super soft little pouch that you can store it in whilst diving so you don't scratch the housing.
At this point, I know what you're thinking. Why am I just investigating the entrances to these caves? Well, the reality is that I'm just a little too big to fit, and trying to squeeze in wouldn't be particularly safe. But there's one cave I've heard about close by that, with a little effort, it's possible to squeeze inside, and is so deep you cannot see the end. It was time to try and find it, and see if we could get inside.
Right, we're looking for the mother of all caves now. Is it here? Oh, I'm not sure about this one. Look at all these schooling soldier fishes. Let's go in a bit deeper. Whoa! Oh, big emperor angelfish just chilling out in this cave. It's really cool how soft corals and sponges and other encrusting corals just cling to the roots of these things. So these inverts don't like to be in direct sunlight, which is why they flourish here. Like this big old barrel sponge. He doesn't need the sun, just a nice supply of water to draw in and suck out nutrition from. This cave goes back very far. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, there's a big old scorpion fish right there, look. Okay, guys. I'm inside. This is the final boss. This was the cave I was looking for. Oh my word, this is crazy. I'm just checking I can see the exit, which I can. What have we got in here? We've got some strange cardinal fishes, lots of soldier fishes with their big eyes. Oh, and you can hear the rocks moving. It's very strange. We've got some banner fishes. I tell you, I'm not much of a cave diver though, so this is a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. I heard a story, by the way, that there was a massive stingray seen in this cave fairly recently. The only problem is, I can't see behind me because it's too tight, so hopefully it's not back down there.
Although there are plenty of signs that stingrays regularly frequent this cave.
Got some giant crab shells here, look, it's like a graveyard. There's the remnants of crustaceans and other things absolutely everywhere. I wonder what else is through here. Oh my word. Right, I think I've reached my limit, and on that note, I'll see you next time.
If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Oh, and if you're in the mood for more diving adventures, I am 100% sure you will love this video.